Hey, what's up? So I'm gonna call this series Encouragement Fridays, where I come and I share stories with you so that you can see that if I can do it, you also could do it and you should be doing it. I know sometimes we see certain people that we look up to and we feel like there's this huge gap between where we are and where they are. And sure, that may be true given where you're starting from, but that does not mean that you cannot attain the same level of success. So I want to share my stories with you guys so that you guys can feel motivated, go out, kill it, bring back your own stories, share your stories in the comments, email me, share your stories. That's the kind of stuff that gets me motivated. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, this is my favorite story. This is my favorite approach, and hands down, I don't think I've had a better one since, and I'm gonna tell you why. This approach was my first time approaching somebody without saying much. Like I may have shared, I don't know, 10 words in total, but everything else was feeling the body, the eye contact, the connection, more than it was the words. And this approach really solidified what Brian had been teaching. And so I'm gonna tell you how this started. I'm doing a week-long workshop with Brian, and this is probably a day or two before the workshop starts. So I'm out on the streets, and I'm out in some shopping center, I don't know where it was, and I saw this girl come from around the corner. And this must have been the most beautiful girl I had ever seen in my life. And I've seen a lot of women. So she comes around this corner, and I remember standing there, and I'm probably like maybe, I don't know, 50 feet away or something like that. And I'm just looking at her and I'm just taking her in. I'm like, wow. And I think she can feel me looking at her. You know when you can feel somebody looking at you and it kind of just like a little bit of heat on your neck? I think she can feel that because she turned and she looked right at me. And this is where it got really interesting. Now, I have been used to practicing holding eye contact while doing work with the models. And so my eye contact was really good and really strong, and I wasn't wavering, I wasn't backing down, I was just holding it. And she locked in with me like that. And she just would not let go of the eye contact. Like she's walking, trying to get to where she's going, but she's still just holding the eye contact. And here's what happened. All of a sudden she starts walking over towards me and she starts to have the smile on her face. And I'm like, oh, this is interesting. So she comes over to me and I say to her, I said, you're really beautiful. And turns out she doesn't speak English. And mind you, I'm in Romania for context. And she spoke like maybe 5% English. And she didn't understand much of what I was saying. But I think she understood that I said that I thought she was beautiful. And I just wouldn't let up with the eye contact. And it was feeling good in my body. And I could tell she was enjoying it too. She was getting girly. She was putting her hair behind her ear. And I said, give me your phone number. And she didn't really understand English, and you can tell. And so I said, okay, let me try this. So I gave her my phone, and she pulled up Facebook on it and gave me her Facebook and added herself. So I was like, okay, oh, I'll see you later. And I let her go. So probably about 20 minutes later, because I was excited, I'm not gonna lie, like this girl was bad. And I got back to my place and I was just like, I gotta get her to come and hang out. Like I absolutely have to get her to come hang out. And so I start texting her right away. She responds. And we're joking, sending memes back and forth. She's laughing and I'm trying to get her to come over. So she's doing a little pushing thing where she's like, I can't come over tonight. I'm tired. I'm like, hey, you should get a Red Bull. So I started sending her all these little Red Bull gifts of guys drinking Red Bulls and the bull with the wings. And she's laughing and stuff like that. And maybe about 20 minutes goes by, dead silence. And I'm like, okay, I wonder if she's going to come or not. Maybe about, after that 20 minutes pass, she starts asking me, so where do you stay? And I was, oh, I'm over here in this area. She's like, oh, okay, I know that area. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, I'm starting to feel like she's going to come over. So we chat for a little bit, and then she said, okay, maybe I could come over tonight, but only for a little bit. And so we ended up meeting up. It's probably around 7 o'clock. I sent an Uber to pick her up and bring her over. And she comes over and we hang out. We have a good time. We obviously we get intimate, making out, and it was just one of the, to me at the time, just one of the hottest girls I had ever experienced in my life. And just to kind of see how it all came from slowing down, holding that eye contact, being okay with women seeing you look at them, because you're a man, you're attracted to women. Like, don't let anybody tell you that that's a bad thing. So look at them, enjoy them, take them in, especially if you got the heart open. It's got a whole different feel to it. It's got less of a creepy vibe and more of a warmth to it. So anyways, I want you guys to kind of take that story with you and realize that this, what I have in me is also in you already. And you just have to start practicing it. You have to just start getting used to it. And you'll start to see girls get really receptive to it. And then this is when things start to happen. So I hope you guys took a lot from that. And I also want to invite you guys, my website is finally up and I'm offering 1 hour strategy calls to take you where you are, your current circumstance or situation with women and dating, and elevate you. So if this is something that you feel will benefit you, go over to the website, HighIntegrityCoaching.com. I finally got a domain. And find the coaching services page where I've got everything that I offer as a coach on there. There's 1 hour strategy sessions. There's 4-week coaching calls. There's 2-day in-person approaching. There's also 4-day in-person approaching with model work on there, along with some other stuff. I've also got a video series coming out that I'm going to launch on there called The Approaching Power Pack, Volume 1, which just goes into deep depths about approaching. I share a lot of my stories on there and tie the ideas that I teach in there together with stories and experiences I've had so that you guys can get up, get out there and start killing it. Anyways, guys, I love you. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.